Inshallah and Ashe, my energetic beings, and welcome to the last full moon of the astrological year before the eclipse season, bringing in the harvest. Full moons are the harvesting energy, and this moon's a little more flavorful. Virgo is the harvest. So it really is a time to harvest those intentions of those past new moon wishes. Virgo energy is one of embodying spirit, being fully embodied with our spirit. It's called the snow moon. It's illuminating the sky, shining magic, mysticism through the lens of reality, healing. It's an earth sign, so it really is a fantastic time to turn our wildest dreams, our magical grimoire fantasies into reality, becoming tangible. Arriving on February 24th, 2024. Go ahead and take that breath, take that pause, even a royal bow in the mirror, embracing our bodies fully. This is where spirit becomes matter, reaching its peak illumination at 7:28 a.m. Eastern, 6:28 a.m. Central, 5:28 a.m. Mountain, 4:28 a.m. Pacific. As always, check your timeline as to when she apexes for you, depending where you are in the galactic universe. As I do surf the interwebs, this bounty of the celestial wishing tree arrives at the mind's degree, a 5-degree full moon, cleansing our thoughts, reorganizing them, even mapping them out so that they become clear, they become specific, they become real, they manifest. Words, analyzing them so that we do feel optimistic. We know we are enough. Feel curious, question everything. As always, the moon is connected to the subtle energy of the sacral, the astral field. You might want to pop your astral. Different flavors in the cosmic wishing tree. There is a purging energy. It's time to clean house, the auric fields, the house we live in, the body as a house. Clearing, cleaning, cleansing from the inside to the outside, including those not so fantastic inside voice comments we have with ourselves, percolating those thoughts, and allowing the perfect energy of Virgo to really remove the cosmic toxic debris, organize the chaos, filter through the lens of the airwaves. It's like a pre-spring makeover, an emotional reboot. Jupiter is also in alignment with this moon. So there's this removal of the unnecessary clutter, the debris, and in doing so, removing the clutter literally creates space for abundance. I myself have been gifting items that I really once loved to others that may also love them, and it might bring them some nurturing. Mercury is doing her dance or his dance in Pisces, also at the moon's degree, at the 2nd degree. So feeling a little bit of spirit. Maybe you're feeling inspirited. The crown is online also during the season of Pisces, illuminating our divine connection. It's prophetic visioning the crown center. Listen to the Pisces Sacred Spirit Circle and really asking yourself, are you feeling spirit? Are you sensing spirit? Your spirit, like literally embodying yourself fully, your higher self energy. This is like where reality and spirit literally come together. And Virgo is this self-reliant energy, the virgin goddess, or possibly the prostitute. But reality, the feeling of reality with our thoughts about our current reality. Our mind goes where our emotions flow, and Virgo is this very independent, self-reliant, feminine, divine, inner strength, goddess of wellness, well-being, being embodied. So it's time to really put ourselves first. It's time to feel embodied in our own temple, our own spirit body. It's an energy of personal power, wisdom, intuition. It's time to embrace our higher self and truly embody spirit fully, our own personal spirit, personal streams. Listening to our inner guidance system, that inner messenger within, and really answering the call, or at least pick up the call, tune into that broadcast of our own sacred space in our heart, our body, our mind, and even down to our soul. Literally loving the skin we are in, acknowledging our personal gifts, our beauty. We all have it. We all have got a gift and a purpose, and really stepping into our magical power, feeling these potent energies, really encouraging ourselves with self-confidence, self-esteem, just oozing and overflowing into these celestial energies that may come our way, like attracts like, frequency, energy, vibration. But our bodies speak a language, a subtle one at first. And often when we don't listen to those subtle messages, those subtle nudges, that's when we get a bigger nudge. We might get a push. And then the universe sends us a wave, sometimes a tidal wave, clearing, cleansing. So this energy, as what we will do for this actually meditation, is to invoke, pay attention to our mind, our thoughts, the thoughts we think about our body being embodied, and also about ourselves, our spirit, and our soul. So what are these subtle notes communicating to us, and what are we longing to release? As always, setting energetic boundaries around spirit connection, divine connection, really listening to our heart and paying attention. Listen to those deep whispering winds of spirit, especially with Mercury in the mix. This is the mystic messenger. It's our ability to communicate and communicator. And our solar plexus is heightened. So source the information, discern the wisdom, the inspirited wisdom, gathering insight, both inner and outer worlds. Mercury has the ability to travel to all the realms, all the worlds. So the message you may receive under this full moon may just be the sign that you've actually been asking for, waiting for from the universe. Allowing the universe to be your optimistic venue, yes, and what else guide. Trusting our inner voice, our grimoire, as the universe is always sending us signs, sigils, sounds, light, messages, animal totems, a variety. Signs can appear in a variety of forms, a plethora of them actually. Numbers, sequences of numbers. I've had friends send me sequences of numbers lately, getting downloads, messages we see over and over and over again. Even an otherworldly encounter, animals crossing your path, a raven, a wedame, the fierce protectors of the wild, a candomblé, the beings that come to the bell, the fae, or even a soft whisper in the recesses of our mind, a surprise, a sudden glimpse or an eclipse of our own heart, a bump in the road that really offers us a course correction. It's like, what if? So really paying attention to our divine connection, the universe under this full moon, listening, silencing our mind, solicit solitude, meditation, both in body and in spirit, and listen to the subtle body messages, the universal signs. Ask those questions and wait. Seek guidance. And after you petition the guidance of the universe, the divine, watch for signs. They usually come in multiples of 3, the subtle messages, answering the call, sending us those subtle hints on how to move forward. And as a healing energy, healing that is related to our nutrition quotient, it's like, are we nourishing our body or are we depleting it? Taking care of the house spirit is in. Have you been overdoing it, burning the bridges or the candles at both ends possibly? Ignoring the signs, the subtle signs, the signals that our body usually sends us. So it really is time to initiate change. We have the support of the energy of Virgo. It's being amplified. So it's time to be really self-motivated and initiate or take the action and use this energy to really empower and embody who you are, embodying change. Change in the habits that have created a life of their own, and maybe add an extra day to your self-maintenance routine, your workout. Seek the guidance of a healer, get a divination, a nutrition specialist. You know, your body knows. It's just a matter of listening, tuning in. The bottom line, really, don't abuse or ignore the signs, the signals. Whatever is going on inside the body literally shows up at the level of the skin. That's why I work with an energetic skin and body care line, working on the quantum level. And when we ignore these subtle messages, that's when they become physical. They become real in reality. So it really is important to take notice to the language of our bodies, the skin we're in, especially with Saturn in the mix. There's kind of this karmic narrative that's dissipating, it's an old karmic pattern, might come up and test you. Saturn is time. Pisces is spirit. So giving spirit time and set the stage around the boundary necessary for some really inner self-healing work, some inner curation, if you will. Be confident in your own soul's needs. Be firm. Step out and really asking for assistance. Ask for guidance. The ability to say no, thank you, with no meaning new opportunities, new doors open, knowing the universe is always working in our favor, faith. The universe has our back, supporting us, achieving Saturn, the goal of wellness in our inner world. So use the energy of this full moon, committing to a new way of being, to do a blessing bowl, a purge, out with the old, an energetic purge. It's time to focus on our own health, our own healing, up-leveling our body routines. So if your spirit wishes to connect with the energetic potential of the Virgo full moon, utilizing practicality and just knowing your own capacity to achieve your own, I'm going to call it your energetic, healthy biorhythm, those goals. With Pisces being our intuition and our crown connection to source, it really is time to initiate our own grimoire, our own inner faith. Visualizing from your heart, like what does your heart want? And asking if it's in divine alignment with your higher self at this time, space, dimension. Our Sira, what we look like in the other world, along with our physical reality. So maybe exaggerate the blessing bowl, bloom, dream, visualize bigger than life, and hold a seed sound, a note for 40 days. Being that full moons are both the harvest and the manifestations of our past intentions, asking ourselves, what have we sown before, so that it can be reaped during this particular illumination. So go back to the new moon in Virgo 6 months prior. What were your intentions, your thoughts, your actions? They are also connected to what we become, being reflected in this phase of our life. One is ending and one is beginning. Either way, nurturing our inner self and our higher self. Dear Virgo, this is your little mini glimmer, a new year for you. So really reflecting in the mirror and reflect, literally take a bow. Like, how has this new year gone or been percolating for you so far? Maybe rethink, reimagine your approach where it's necessary. So it's like you illuminating and showcasing, being on the stage, being your best self. So no time to hesitate. Don't criticize, analyze. Take some time maybe and reflect, adapt at home and even in your personal life, at work. The more you can do, the better, by simply taking a time out, a breath and a pause. Think about how you will move the next chess piece forward. Dear Libra, this is activating your spirited zone. You're in spiritual zone. So don't be surprised if you find yourself questioning your faith, looking for more evidence, more proof. Energetically, you may just have to kind of fine-tune, adjust your expectations. Proof of these things usually isn't available. Miracles do happen. So instead of being overly critical and analyzing, try to just rely more on your own intuitive gift and purpose, your own energetic experiences. If you have experienced faith, literally, that's all you need to know. It's the blessing in your own personal sauce. Dear Scorpio, knowing that you're a guarded, private person, so during this illumination, you may reach a crisis point if you try overly hard to isolate yourself from the outer world. It's time to reach out to friends, family, go on a play date, socialize, open up your friendship, companionship. Those energies are high, they're infiltrating. So if you don't think you have time for any of that, maybe look again, take a breath and a pause, knowing that you can and you actually should make time. Father time, Saturn. Dear Sagittarius, This full moon is activating your career zone. What? Yeah, it's brilliant for getting way ahead of your competitors. Keep your head down, actually focus, get to the grind a little bit, especially on a difficult or maybe something that's more demanding, where you can really make your mark, make it in reality. And at the same time, don't be overly critical of yourself personally. That's kind of the Virgo energy. Somebody may have a constructive piece of advice for you, constructive criticism. But if you put up your defenses, you may block yourself from the subtle nudge of actually hearing it. Dear Capricorn, it's time to stretch your intellectual muscles. Pop it up a little bit. This is happening in a fellow earth sign, Virgo. In lines with you, it's really encouraging you to bust a bubble, learn, just for the pure pleasure letter of it. Sign up for a course, do something academic, maybe something you started and you abandoned, learn a new skill, a new trade. Even though you may think of these things as beginnings rather than completions, you're actually completing a cycle which actually began 6 months ago. So open up your grimoire, open up to a new door, and those endless possibilities. Dear Aquarius, the illuminator, Pluto's activating your entire design, I should say. But this energy, this full moon Virgo, is going to assist you to analyze the difficulties in your intimate field of relationships. Maybe it's time to be clear, cool, collected, calm, to really keep things in a perspective, maybe a practical solution. So avoid those temptations to be self-critical of your lover or personalize the blame game. There's no reason to point fingers. Talk things through, be prepared to adapt, access, actualize, be on each other's strengths and weaknesses to actually level up your love quotient. Dear Pisces, this is activating your relationship zone. So before you start to criticize and be self-critical of that loved one, your partnerships, business, doesn't really matter. Remember that none of us are perfect. See the perfection and the imperfections, including yourself. Be constructive. Constructive criticism of this energy can really help assist and free up more time, not just for yourself, and also for your lover, so you can actually commingle together. If you use it on the opposing force destructively, you might even find yourself getting on each other's nerves and really falling out over minute little details like poking the bear. So try to elevate and keep a sense of a elevated perspective. Dear Aries, this full moon is happening in your 6th house. So you're going to have like the gift of being a multitasker and beyond. Be clear about your mind, getting clarity of your mind, boosting your organizational skills. This is a perfect time to really power through those tasks, including those that you've previously found way too difficult and possibly overly boring. There's a great sense of satisfaction during this timeline. Don't stress out by trying to overachieve the simple, impossible stuff. Look after your mental health, your mental acuity, and your spiritual divine connection. Dear Taurus, Earth sign, fellow friends, creativity, this is huge for you. It's time to show off your creative, artistic endeavors, whether it's writing, music, letting your feelings, your imagination flow is actually going to be a boost for your mental clarity, your mental health, as well as a lucrative side hustle possibly. Maybe you want to be a writer. This is ushering in a very busy period also in your love life, your love zone, your quotient. So if you're single looking for love, this lunation may literally bring you into contact with somebody who's refined, maybe oddly fashioned, if you will. Mostly so love, your own personal love quotient, can bloom like a lotus. Dear Gemini, you're going to be getting organized in your family, your home life. Maybe scheduling those fine details around the house, doing a cosmic cleanup. Maybe you move. Maybe you do a renovation. Just hold the field about making family time just more of a chore on your schedule. That's not so fantastic. There's actually a danger here, maybe a hiccup, a crisis, that you make everything run like clockwork. So in doing that, you're removing the fun, the glamour, the love, the spontaneity. Remember, home life is not a boot camp. It's not rigid. So don't be overly critical. Go with the flow. Be questioning everything and hold that optimistic venue. Dear Cancer, like opening up your eyes to a sudden clarity, a strong sense of divine purpose. There's these analytical energies of Virgo that really blend well with your own more intuitive, nurturing approach, giving you the best of both worlds. So if you work in tandem with creative energy along with your industry, the influential success, the vibration of success is on the way, especially when you manage to mix your own imagination with the diligence and the vibe of being proactive with the energy of this full moon. Dear Leo, this is actually energizing your finances, vibrating business-like, budgeting, getting budgeted. So you should take this opportunity to really organize your affairs, your business, maybe shop around for the best deals, get organized around your affairs, around business. I think I said that. Just make sure you're working with a professional, somebody who really resonates and vibrates with your own values. Second house, what do you value? And if you're self-employed, this is illuminating your brilliance, your inner brilliance, making real progress authentically. So with all of that, it's time to take a breath and a pause. Go to the center of the star that you are. I always like to hold for a count of 3. If you're new to my show, hold for a count of 3 and then exhale for a count of 3. Inhale for a count of 3, hold. And just kind of continue on that pattern, that circadian rhythm. So just go ahead and breathe all the way down through your crown because the crown is highly activated during the season of Pisces. But we're going to breathe in and down to the solar plexus and then up into the high heart, which is connected to the energy of Virgo. We've got a high heart, a middle heart, and a low heart. So I want us to go to our high heart, connected to our Sira, what we look like on the other side, and really embodying our full essence of our spirit, bringing spirit home fully in the body. And as we do that, just go ahead and just pay attention to your breath through the crown. You might see white light. You could see like this cyan kind of green, lime green, Egyptian lime green is kind of what I'm sensing into your heart from the crown, and just get into the flow of your own breath work. Knowing that you are connected, knowing you are protected. Nothing gets in unless your gatekeeper, the Great Spirit, the oneness, allows. Allow a spirit to discern. Allow your gatekeepers to keep out anything that does not belong. And just keep breathing in, inhaling and exhaling, and just tuning into my voice. And in your mind's eye, I want you to bring in a scrubbing tool. When I say a scrubbing tool, it could be a broom, it could be a cloth, it could even be scrubbing bubbles. Imagination is like vibrationally high right now. It's going to be for the next 20 years, both with Pluto in Aquarius and also the element of fire. Period 9 in Chinese astrology. So we got these 2 celestial energies that are actually working in our flavor. So as you're in your outer field, stretch your arms outside your body, maybe go wide as you possibly can. Keep focusing on your breath and move your hands all the way up above your head, stretching up into the ethers above your head. Ether as in an element that we can actually ground into and connect to, stretching your arms wide, 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 and bringing your arms all the way down, floating to the ground, maybe connecting and energizing into the Earth star, focusing on your breath. And as you've picked your cleansing tool, stretching your arms out far and wide, imagine in your mind's eye as you're breathing through the crown to your high heart, being like a Virgo, and you're in your furthest auric field and you've got your tool and you are scrubbing that auric field. Take your time, breathing in, Maybe your animal totem, your wedame, your gatekeeper is actually in the field cleansing with you, just washing your furthest energetic field. And every time you dip your cloth, your broom, whatever item you chose, object, notice the debris dissipating. So you're at your furthest energetic center, your auric field, and you're just cleansing. And when you're ready, I want you to bump in one field. One field in, and again, you may switch your object, your tool, to cleanse your auric field. And you're cleansing the cosmic debris like a Virgo, organizing any clutter, what stays, what goes. And you're just going through each energetic field as you're breathing in through the crown to your high heart, and then exhaling. Maybe it's your gatekeeper that's doing all the cleansing. Maybe it's the Great Spirit, whatever works for you. Maybe it's a unicorn. Maybe it's a fairy. Maybe it's a water spirit. Maybe it's a star being. Maybe it's a watcher from the realm. Maybe it's a sacred geometry. Maybe it's a shape. Maybe you see numbers. Whatever it is, allowing each center and auric field to be cleansed from the outer field to the inner field. And as we get to the causal field, notice the words. Are the words just dissipating, falling apart, gravitating to the bucket, maybe to the floor, to the broom, to the dustpan, cleansing each auric field, inhaling through the crown to the high heart, and exhaling all the toxic debris out into the universe for transmutation and healing. Inhaling through the crown to the high heart. And now we're moving one stage forward, and we've moved into the astral field. Sometimes the astral field is overly busy. For me, I like the etheric mirror, because I feel as if it's not as congested as the astral. Lots of things are happening in the astral field. However, it's our emotional field. So go ahead, use your tool. You might want to feel like bringing water in, as it's the sacral energetic center, water, bringing water. Maybe you want wood as a tool to cleanse the debris. Maybe you take a branch off and you're just dusting off your astral field with a branch, a tree branch. The leaves are just picking up all the debris, and you're sending it out into the universe with a hallelujah, hallelujah. This is for me. And keep breathing through the crown to your high heart, your connection to your higher self, and embodying with each breath. You become fuller. You become more illuminated. Your body is fully embodying with your spirit self, your higher self. And nothing gets in unless spirit, great spirit, it's for your highest elevated good. And as we move in closer, we're actually getting more to the etheric body, the etheric field, the etheric mirror. And just cleansing your own personal etheric mirror so you can shine brighter than ever before, knowing why your spirit arrived at this time to planet Earth. And just focus on your inhale, focus on your exhale, again through the crown, white light, gold, silver, blue, whatever color resonates with you. Inhaling and exhaling, maybe you see a feather. Maybe you see sage. Maybe you see smoke. Whatever it is, you're just cleansing and doing your own energetic auric field scrubbing. Cleansing, it's all fresh. It's spring. It's light. And as you've gone through every field, every energetic center, and your body is just doing this organically. There's no need to know specific words, have a label. We're just feeling into it. We're in the waters, and we're cleansed, and we're purified. We're reconciled. We're illuminating to the bounty of this energy. There's no need to be critical. You are perfect. Just feel into that and ask the Great Spirit to show you where it is you need to transform a habit. Is it in the area of your nutrition quotient? Is it your love quotient? Is it your personal value quotient? Is it how you take the bow in the mirror and reflect to yourself? your true essence of who you are? Is it in partnership? Just allow the Great Spirit to show you your avenue, your flavor, your ingredient that you need to cleanse and organize, and give yourself a deep allowance of healing in whatever reality that needs to be adjusted or tweaked for you. And as you breathe in through the crown to your high heart, your Sira, to the star that you are in the center of your essence, your unique, vibrant, illuminating self. Knowing you're protected, knowing you are connected, universal streams from the heavenly universe streaming in, personal streams merging, co-mingling. Take a breath and a pause, become centered. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And if this Musing Moon meditation awakened you in some magical way, can you pay it forward and share with your friends with gratitude and blessings? And return as often as you like. And with that, I say, Ashe. I'll see you on the other side. Blessings.
Discover cowrie shell divination, ancient wisdom at your fingertips. You set the shells, I decode your answers, love, career, and more. We've got the guidance you seek. Tap into shamanic roots, uncover your inner energy, chase your dreams. Learn from the wisdom of tribal mystics, bridging the gap to your potential. Supercharge your experience with us. Book now at tonyad.tv for self-discovery, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe.